mm, mm. I have to turn that down for sure. All right, let me know. Let me go to the chat here. So can anybody hear me? Yo, yo. Yeah, let me know if you hear me. And then let me go to YouTube. Okay. Give it to me. Give it to me. Can you hear me? Let me know if you got me in the chat. If you can hear me. Yo, 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 yo. Put it in the chat for me. Can you hear me? Let me go to YouTube, man. Can y'all hear me? Yo, you got me? You got me? You can hear me? Okay, all right. Solar Mike, what up? What up? K Money, what's good? Can you should be able to see me now, right? You can see me? Paula C, what's happening? I don't know what my Zoom. You got me? All right, cool, cool. I'm gonna stay right here. Let me go to Zoom real fast and just make sure they straight. You gotta put it in the chat for me if you're on Zoom. Can you hear me? Can you see? Somebody got me. Can you hear me? I got somebody from Philly on there. Can you hear me? I don't know what my Zoom. You got me? All right, cool, cool. I'm gonna stay right here. Let me go to Zoom real fast. Hold on. You gotta put it in the chat for me if you're on Zoom. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. Jupiter Child. Whoa. That has to be like the biggest retrograde. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? Who is that? Yeah. What's happening? Like, where you been? What? It's been like eons, man. What's happening? Valerie, what up? All right, we get started about 6 minutes, man. Let me go over here to YouTube. What's happening, my YouTube folks? All right, man, YouTubers, man. You got to hit the algorithm, man. Y'all got to go thumbs up to allow other people to get in. What's up, Robert? Hey, man, I got some the feedback gonna come through there, so I can't play it. Let's see how I'm gonna do that. So, man, yeah, we get the party started in 8 minutes. Tammy Holloway, what's good? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Robert, we got to get you back, man, on the 333, so I can get that, so I can loop that for 33 minutes now and whatnot. So I got my schedule clear to be able to do that production work. We're gonna talk a little bit about that tonight for sure. Hold on, y'all. Let me text Ruby. Who is that? All right. All right. Oh man, America done got the sleeping pill for real. I was just telling Jew, right? I'm like, yo, man, for real. This is the saddest day in America I've ever been a part of. To see that we just witnessed firsthand how the media can absolutely brainwash people and how susceptible people really are. And I just want to deal with like facts. And listen, man, I'm not here to defend Trump. I'm saying, listen, show me the law on the book that affected black folks and white folks wasn't affected, because that'll be clear racism to me. And, you know, just show me policy. You know what I mean? Because I absolutely can start showing you the reverse as far as numbers and unemployment and wages and things of that nature. Black folks coming home from out of prison and shit, especially black men and whatnot, opportunity zones and whatnot, which created major opportunity for those who want to participate and things of that nature. However, I get the basis. I get the base. You know what I'm saying? The whole base of, you know, shithole countries. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because niggas don't go back to Africa and do shit as if, you know, it must be a shithole country or something. You know what I mean? You know, man, this is crazy, man. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting for sure. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen though. If Trump go ahead and come off of it and he concede, you're going to see all of the events that I used to predict. Them shits is coming back. They're coming back, and they're gonna come back with a vengeance too. So the domestic acts of terror, I'm telling you right now, calling it right now, domestic acts of terror, earthquakes, airplane crashes, those school shootings, which falls into domestic acts of terror, police shootings, whether they killed somebody or somebody killed them. You know, though that shit I've been calling, and I showed y'all here, that shit only stopped because all of the negative attention from the human psyche was directed to one person. Now that they don't got one person to constantly blame no more, and that shit gonna free up that particular pocket, now that evil wave of energy is gonna take form the way that it's been taking form. Watch and see. Watch and see. All right. What up, yeah, babe? What up? So it's almost 8 o'clock, man. Let me go back over here to the Zoom family, make sure they straight. Vincent Purdy, what up? All right, Jupiter Child, you was in the thing. All right. We almost getting ready for start time here, man. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen, and give me a second though, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play something through my speakers. So just give me a quick second. You know what? I thought about it. I cannot do it because I am on the phone and I can't play it live through the thing. However, I'll say this. So today, man, real fast, you know, privately speaking, I had went to the Family Wealth Club, and I had created something specifically for, like, you know, the first few people who, you know, who responded to my email, basically. Okay. And what I did for them was create what's called the I call it the 333 subconscious money continuum. Okay. It's very, very, very important that you start to listen to yourself. Carrie, what up? Okay. Listen to yourself. Listen to your own voice. All right. Because your mind knows your voice. And what better way to start to listen to your own voice? A lot of us don't listen to our inner voice. A lot of us, we just don't, for many, many reasons. I only want to get into the reasons why, because I don't care. What I really care about is having that eureka moment, your eureka, your aha, and knowing that you have seen it. You're clear on it. Here's a video on Instagram on United Masters page where Puff himself was talking about speaking things into existence. And on this video clip, he talks about how he used to talk to himself. Okay? You can go to Instagram, go to United Masters, look on their thing, their timeline, you're going to see it. And he said, yeah, I'm crazy. Because the ideas that he had inside of him were so big, he felt like he couldn't contain it. And that's very, very interesting when you just start looking at the very basis of John 1. You know, this whole in the beginning was the Word, and the Word already existed, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and everything came through existence through him. And then when we scroll down, what is that, 14, the Word became human. Some say the Word became flesh. The Word became human. And it's just a lot of reference in this particular chapter or this book as it opens up. Just keep talking about this damn Word, the power of Word. And this Word was shit with God, and the Word was in the beginning. And the Word is the self-talk that we continuously have. Everybody has self-talk. You're sitting there, you're watching TV, then all of a sudden you say, oh, let me go to Hulu. Oh, let me see what's on Netflix. Man, what I'm going to wear tomorrow? Man, I'm hungry. Is it almost 6 o'clock yet? Because I'm about to go eat. Everybody has self-talk. And it goes on and on and on and on. So being aware of that, what that constant program is, because that's the real program, that's what we have to mind. That right there. So I said in this journey, because I'm genuinely concerned about some of you who I personally know. I am. And this ain't to be judgmental. What I'm about to say, not whatsoever. I know that deep down, especially if you hear on this topic, you want to get on a better footing and manifest some things to have a better life, right? So when the moon ritual come out, you want it. When the 4 quantum rituals come out, you want it. And even going back in the past, right? You want it, you want it, you want it. But I can look into the landscape and see, have you had tremendous, gigantic change in growth, or are you pretty much in the same economic position? Because now that starts to gotta hold myself accountable in a sense, right? Although I've been out of the loop, I haven't been teaching for a few years, right? But I'm always trying to push the threshold anyway. I was with my partners yesterday and some family. I ain't seen cats in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And probably since that was 04, 16 for one cat and 20 with my cousin. And it's interesting to hear people remember stuff about you that you may not remember so you can see yourself. My partner's like, him and his sister always got this saying that anytime I get involved in something, I got to be extra over the top. And I hear that. I hear that. I hear that now. I hear that in the house. Anytime I do something, I'm extra. So I always got to go to the extreme. No matter if I was in the strip club and I put a perm in my hair, it just wasn't a perm. Now I got to get finger waves. Then we was cracking up laughing. I got finger waves. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine, right? So I got to go to the extreme. But that's because I'm passionate in the things that I do. If I do it, I want to just do it well, right? I do it. So how can we take this information, y'all, seriously? This law of attraction, whether you're listening to, whether it be whoever, you know what I'm saying? It could be Esther Hicks, you know what I mean? It could be whoever, you know what I mean? Whoever, all right? Bob Proctor, you know what I mean? There are tons of schools of thought out here. I keep telling y'all this. There's tons of schools of thought out here, okay, that you have to find one, and the one that resonates with you, and you have to go ape shit. You have to go bananas. You have to. The problem is not in the information that you receive. Because it's interesting when you go to these different schools of thoughts, whether it be Esther Hicks and Abraham, whether it be Bob Proctor, whether it be Neville Goddard, whether it be Minister Jew, whether it be whoever on the law of attraction, you're going to have testimonials from each camp, and they all, guarantee you, for the most part, are going to have a slightly different belief system. And some of the ideas and ideologies may even clash and oppose one another, but yet they have results. Okay? So now what does that tell you? That, what's up, Dreamwise? The first ingredient to this thing is belief. You need to write that down. Seriously. Because to magnetize this shit ain't hard. It ain't. It's not hard. It's not hard. And you know me, I'm going to run my mouth every time I get a victory and show you. Okay? Okay? It's not hard. Belief is the key. But the question is, what do you believe in as it pertains to that end goal that you want across the bridge? The belief that's going to change your life. right? So we had a good conversation here the other night on YouTube, and the question was asked. Let me stop sharing for a second because I'm not sharing anything. The question was asked. How did it go along? The question was asked. What or how did I pretty much get started? Okay. Let me pause that for a second. But hopefully you can see me. I don't know. But how did I get started in this particular space? Okay. In this thing, it was real estate. What made me do it? Okay. What made me do it? I got tired and disgusted. I had to have a big boy talk. So then when I started listening to the Grant Cardones and shit, he gave me some shit that was just real to me. He said, your money is baby bitch money. Come on, man. Like, I come from that culture. You can call her a bitch, and that's a bitch. And you know what I mean? And you know you want to have money. So what are you saying to me? You know what I'm saying? And he said, you got to get some balls and you got to man up. Oh, shit. Damn. Like, for real? You know what I mean? I just had to have some real hard talk, but I had to get 100% disgusted with the current situation. So I like the movie, the whole, the one with the emotions and shit, Inside Out, right? I love that movie. You know, everybody got their favorite character in Inside Out. And mine's morphed depending on what frame of thought I want to build on. But I like Discuss because Discuss was the bougie one, the uppity one. And Discuss did something that was paramount. She tricked Anger to blowing his top and used his fire, because fire was coming out of his head, to burn a hole in the window so sadness and joy can get back into command, which is the conscious mind. And so to me, the savior of the day was Discuss, to me. Because anger by itself don't do shit. You know how long you've been mad about your situation for the most part? Don't like it, don't like who you stand with, don't like some shit, frustrated, right? The anger by itself is just the fuel, but you need another ingredient to this shit. Because nobody, according to their perception, tolerates something that they perceive to be disgusting. Now, first shit to people just nasty. I go into these houses and I'd be like, nigga, I ain't about to walk in there. Or you going home and you taking a shower. Trash on the floor. Like, literally, there ain't no trash in a trash can. Trash on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting. Y'all know what it's like. Like, it's disgusting to me, but that's not disgusting to them. So you almost got to find your disgust mechanism within. And that's dangerous if you want to wait that long. The key to this shit, because, I got testimonials out the wazoo, right? Testimonials out the wazoo. And I'm going to tell you something. In 2013, like, serving the people and giving people the information was paramount. It was never, ever an objective of mine to grow my financial well-being. I was more concerned about my spiritual well-being, to be honest with you. And there's nothing wrong with that because I've got that. I needed that. That opens up doors and conversations with foreign people who now go. It's an Indian person. They may have Ganesha there or Lord Shiva there. I can dialogue there. So I'm cool with that. But I've seen prescribing things to people and helping people get things And let me tell you, want to be real clear about something. This is a trick of the ego. Man, I ain't taking no advice for somebody who ain't did it. That's stupid. And flat out tell you, it's stupid. Because that's like saying, if you run that same logic, you're telling me that the person that had the first idea for something, such as an airplane, it's like, nigga, I'm not about to listen to you, Orville and Wilbur, about a fucking airplane. I ain't getting on no airplane because I ain't never seen one before. Like you don't know how to build an airplane. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't living that airplane life, nigga. You ain't even got an airplane. Like, it don't make sense. The original idea of something, the prototype, the first, nah, you can't say that. You can't say that. Like I said, it could be a crackhead sitting there in the most disgustingness of health saying, yo, youngster, don't ever smoke this crack, man. Be healthy. What I'm supposed to say? You ain't healthy. I don't believe you. I can look at your condition, which is total opposite of what you're saying, and maybe like, oh, okay. You understand what I'm saying? Don't fall for that shit. Be a great thinker. All right? Okay? Some of that shit, it just don't make sense. It just don't. And that be the ego looking for an excuse to invalidate something to stop you from taking action. Like, really think about that. Jordan can't become Jordan if he don't believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't really believe what you have in your mind's eye is attainable because you ain't never done it, then how you gonna get it? You understand what I'm saying? How you gonna get it? All right? So belief is paramount. Then there is one simple thing that you could do, and it's simple to me, that will easily, you can answer this question, it's going to change your life if you can answer the question. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from, fill it in, on a continuous basis. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to challenge you. You should be very literal here. It needs to be left brain. It needs to be left brain. Tell you why, because I wish I could play it through here. But if we go to this Oprah link right here, I need to I'm going to copy it, okay? I'm going to copy it. I'm going to come back. I'm going to put it in the chat on YouTube. Those of you on YouTube, I'm going to come to Zoom. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat. You need to watch that for a quick second. You need to watch it and listen to it for a quick second. Okay? It's only 3.5 minutes long. Straight up. Straight up. Because you're going to find out something. You're going to find out from a lady that's a billionaire that is suggesting that you just don't wish and hope and imagine and put it out there You have to go follow and take the steps and do the things as it pertains to the goal. You're going to hear it for yourself. Okay? So if you really can answer the question, I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from blank on a continuous basis. You know what mine is. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from real estate on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from real estate on a continuous basis. All right, from real estate on a continuous basis. From real estate on a continuous basis. If you can name that vehicle and you can see it, now you got to become like Puff Daddy. You got to talk to yourself. You got to talk to yourself. Me and C Money, Carol. Should I tell him, Carol? Should I tell? But me and C Money having a conversation, and she was like, let's go on to 20, let's go, 28 days. I said, nah, C Money, this is for life. Because the type of money and the type of goals that I have that I'm talking about through real estate, I can't stop saying that. I'm not even satisfied with, like, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing that I'm talking about right now. And again, I tell you, on Sundays, tomorrow, we do something called Net Worth Sunday, where I challenge the Family Wealth Club. Go look at your assets on paper. Go look at your net worth. Tally up your net worth and look at your net worth on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? I know what my value is. I just added $75,000 to the value today. Because if you got the email, you saw in the email that I said, hey, I just got a new crib, put it in contract for $7,000, and the house is worth $75,000. So I just increased my value $75,000. See what I'm saying? Now I didn't know. I've been busting ass all year and have got well in the 6 digits. And I am closely knocking on the door of 7. But I ain't saying liquid cash go cash me out. I ain't going to tell you that. I'm talking in value. One thing I got to do is go sell some shit. Now, some of these assets I have to wait to mature because it's a mortgage on them, so I need that debt to go down. I need that value to maintain where it is or appreciate, and then I can exit out of it. You understand what I'm saying? But it's total value in a sense. Oh, man, things are shaping up. But how did I get there? Because I knew what the vehicle was. I knew what my wealth vehicle was and is. Once I got the wealth vehicle, I was telling my son today, the person who won't answer the phone on Sunday as it pertains to their work or Saturday as it pertains to their work, they don't really like what they do. And I ain't saying you can't have a break, but I heavily believe in you got to earn your leisure. That's for sure. What you breaking for? And you got these kids and you don't like your living condition. What the fuck you taking the break for? When did you get the luxury to take a goddamn vacation? When? Tell me when you don't like your living condition. Tell me. When? How? Credit ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Don't like your living situation. You're living with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? And will you get the luxury to go get some goddamn rental cars and shit and celebrate the birthday like that, like you balling? How? When? I'm confused. Right? I'm knocking on my son and I told him, let this be your last year, youngin. Get it out your system. You know, we live, we learn. You don't learn, you don't learn, right? So if you can answer the question, multiple sources. Bob Proctor got multiple sources. My entrepreneurship. Even when you say multiple sources, but you know that you busy, like, oh yeah, I do massage therapy. I sell bath and body products. I also got an online boutique with the women's accessories and shit, right? So entrepreneurship for you entails various things that you physically do. Because you got the image that's associated with the actual physical action. So at that point, you can name that blank, you can name it whatever you want to name it. Dreamwise Enterprises. It can be whatever you want to name it because you're busy. The thing is, if that's abstract and you ain't doing shit and you in a line of work and you don't know what the mission is and shit, you're lying. You're playing yourself. Big time. Big time. And you got to get clarity on what it is that you want to do. Right? So if you can just answer that simple question, I am so happy now that I receive money. I'm so happy and grateful now that I receive money from whatever that is on a continuous basis. You on your way. So now you got the belief, now you got the vision, and now the third thing is the absolute hardest part. You ready? This is the hardest part. Don't let up. Have that conversation every day, that belief, that conversation, that mantra, whatever you want to call it. You know what I call it? I said, you know what? And I'm telling you, if I could create one thing, just one thing that I could recommend as far as helping people get in a better space financially. Okay, I'm not talking about health, I'm not talking about you learning astrology. Okay, I'm not talking about that. All right. What is it that I absolutely could provide for someone to get in a better space? Now, I know what I've been doing behind the scenes for me, continuously, nonstop. I know what I've been doing, right? And then I'll say, hey, I need a few of y'all to respond to this real fast. I'm going to hook you up with something real quick, too, right? And the Wealth Club will tell you, I'll open up an email. They'll be like, hey, Noble, I got $70,000 and I'm trying to invest it over 3 years. I got this guy who got it. Holla at me. Damn, 70,000 just hit the email, right? Like it starts to come. Starts to just one call after another call. But where the call coming from? Where the email coming from? I had to get in that circle first. You understand what I'm saying? I had to get in proximity. I had to get on my path. I had to go to that real estate meetup. I had to join that particular group. Not only that, I had to say something. I had to walk the neighborhood. I'm gonna tell you how that email came to me. I'm walking the neighborhood and happen to see dude messing with the vacant house. I've been stalking this vacant house as I do, and it's asset protected. Everything is going to an attorney. I know the attorney because the attorney is at the real estate in the real estate club. The attorney don't return the phone calls for shit. So I can't technically find who the owner is because the way they incorporated the documents was done perfectly. So you couldn't see who the owner was. But he happened to be over there working on the house. Strike up a conversation. Call me the next week and say, would you really offer me that? I said, yeah, let's do it. And we end up going in contract. Bring some buyers through, made a couple thousand off the transaction on a wholesale deal. Of course, exchanged phone numbers with him and whatnot. And now when things come through his pipeline, he puts me in that conversation. Now, could I have got that without me saying anything to him? I had to be in the field. I had to be in the business. Once you get in the vehicle and you start using this law of attraction shit, this shit is going to go bananas for you. Okay? It's going to go bananas for you. And now here's the thing. Since you all believe in a higher self, you no longer have to depend on anyone else's voice. So this is called the custom voice activation. So that means you will say, I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from whatever that source is on a continuous basis. And what I'm going to do is I am going to add some sounds, what I call, this right here is called Ruby Red. All right, shout out to my homegirl Ruby. But this is really a sound that's more orientated, its frequency is dealing with the color spectrum red. Okay? Because when you deal in the world of physicality, trust me, you're dealing with red energy. And if you know anything about flowers and blooming and red light, ooh-wee, you about to be in for it. Okay? But now you are going to listen to yourself. So how do you do it? You just fill in the blank below. Some of you need to see it. I am so happy and grateful now that I receive money from on a continuous basis. Mine is real estate. You know what happened today? I went and got this house. Lady called me. Yesterday, she called me and said, yeah, I got your letter. I said, yeah, what's your name? You know, I'll go through my little protocol. What's the best phone number to reach you at just in case we get disconnected? And what's the address of the property? I pull it up, punch it up in my prop stream. Boom, boom. Okay, all right. Is it a 3-bedroom, 2.5? No, it's actually 5 bedrooms and 1.5 baths. Oh, okay, bam, fill in the information. Get the general stuff. Yeah, you want to come over and see it? Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow because I had to go out of town yesterday. I'm going to be over there tomorrow, which is today, at 11 o'clock. Get there at 11 o'clock, hit it off great. Went to get the contract. And came back with the contract. I always go with the contract with you, though. But, you know, I had to go back and get a contract because I was going to do it via DocuSign. And anyway, so I usually do everything electronically anyway. But, you know, we did the contract today. She signed today. I'm not, you know, I know some people like to do some Photoshop shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and this could be Photoshop. Yeah, you never know. You know, and I can't turn the volume up because if I do, then the YouTube feed gonna come back through the speakers. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's me in front of the house. Me and my son just left. But, you know, I could be one of them perping ass, fraud ass niggas that's standing in front of houses and shit, you know, lying. But I ain't got no reason to lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I mean? If that's the case, I would have been in front of some shit, in front of empty containers and act like I'm building container homes, psyching motherfuckers and shit, you know, and they ain't throwing no shade, but niggas done that. You know what I mean? And so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fill in this blank below for yourself, man. All right? Then you're going to record the script in your own voice, okay? Then you're going to give me a call once you get the recording. Let me hear it because it's a must that I approve the audio, okay? Now, for my time, and I'm telling you, you ain't got to do shit else when it comes to getting this motherfucking guap and being in alignment with your shit. But constantly play this shit over and over and over again. Like, how can it get old when your goal ain't even realized? That's the only time that it should be old. See, this is where you got to really get with yourself and check yourself right here, all right? Because if you give up, let me look at y'all on this. If you give up and you stop, you full of shit. And I'm just going to call it like Cardone called it. You a little quitter bitch. I have to second that motion. What are you quitting for? See, I'm the type that I survived boot camp before, right? I done been through the walls and, you know, you got an option, nigga. You go there or you go to boot camp. Nigga, I'm going to boot camp, right? And I know niggas who quit boot camp, 90 days of boot camp to go sit in motherfucking prison for years on years because they bitch ass couldn't handle boot camp for 90 fucking days. Are you fucking kidding me, man? You serious? That's weak. Weak, right? See, you're going to have to man up and woman up and control you and say, God damn it, either you want it or you don't. And this is why I stopped doing readings and shit, because I had to wheel back and figure out, okay, I served and served and served, and that's fine. But I never had the clarity and ambition of where I'm going. And deep down below was some shit that was buried, where there was some visions as a kid, or what my ideal of success was. And I got lost along the path for various reasons, different reasons. I got lost along the path and I gave up. I didn't get lost, I gave up. Put them to the side. No matter if I try to convince myself why I shouldn't go for it, it don't even matter what those negative beliefs was, right? I gave up. But I had to be real and say, nah, man, that's a big part of my fabric. That's really a source of motivation for me. I want it. I really want that. You know what I'm saying? So then what is the vehicle for moi? All right. So let me go back to the share here so you can see the screen. All right. So again, call me. Once you get it, call me because I want to listen to the quality of it first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it. And I got some other things that go on, man. I should go get my keyboard. Hold on, because I don't just think I'll be bullshitting. Like I ain't playing. And listen, man, I think she in where I see her at. She in one of these chats. Man, what's C Money at? C Money, would you kindly tell the people that at one time you had a hypothyroid, and I gave you a blue light joint to do custom. It was custom sounds, simply custom made by me. All right, gave it to her, and she went back, and it went from hypo to hyper. Okay, so she's still in the chat. Just say amen if you're still there. All right. So you email it back to me, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna simply put it inside of here and loop it and whatnot. So what I do is I take it up pretty much to 11 minutes, and then I burn that out, and then I come back in, copy it 2 more times, and stretch it out to 33 minutes. Now, like for me, when I'm working, it's playing. I swear to God, it's playing. Even when I leave my office at night, I put the media player on repeat so that vibe can be going, and it got these dope ass what we would call spiritual chakra sounds. Again, it's a frequency dealing with some things. Okay, so let me hold on 1 second because I'm gonna go. I don't want y'all to think I'm playing. All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Don't make me get on my y'all gonna make me get on my Dr. Dre game. All right, so I put it up. So I had to break her back out. So you see, and that's how much of a nerd I be sometimes, right? And so, but no, it's real though. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? So this is an impact, and you know, just simply take the keys. Understand that frequency represents certain colors, and colors represent obviously different vibrations on some things, right? Represent some vibrations on some things, and then that's gonna help you with the manifestation of your thing. You know what I mean? I'm serious. That's gonna help you with your manifestation. You know what I mean? And so, you know, it's real simple, man. Listen, because I'm telling you, it's one thing to have a class on some shit. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you straight up, and like I done took my break. I'm not coming to y'all asking y'all for no bread on you getting to this goddamn greater good. I'm telling you, I'm one goddamn thing. If you got clarity, then you motherfucking straight. Now, when you come into memberships, that's different because, again, that's learning. That's class material. That's workbooks. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, whether it be, you know, on my side of the ledger, it's workbooks on learning how to analyze deals, looking at real deals and real structure, looking at budget sheets and shit, and you know, budgeting your own goddamn money. You know what I mean? Being able to have access to deals and like, yo, here's the opportunity. I got an opportunity right now. This motherfucker making so much goddamn money, man. Like, seriously, I bullshit you not. We got a fourplex opportunity right now. Right now, 85,000, and this thing throws off 14,000 a year, which is a little over 1,100 a month clear. 85 grand. It's a no-brainer. You do this particular deal, and I'm only counting 3 of the units and not the fourth unit. I get the fourth unit. We now go from 20. We now go from 14 all the way up to 21,000, and 21,000 in for the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is excellent freaking money that you do this deal. You know what I'm saying? And even if we said, you know what, 4 people go 20 apiece, you know what I'm saying, create a partnership out of that, and then everybody get 1 unit. You understand what I'm saying? And then you're already getting 600 a month. Now 600 times 12 is 7,200. 7,200 divided by 20,000. You tell me what that ROI is for yourself. But see, a lot of people don't even know how to calculate that shit and even know what ROI is because we so often goddamn space. But yet we say we want to grow our paper. That's the shit that has to stop. And that's what I had to stop. You're so goddamn space cadet. You're so off into that shit. And there's nothing wrong with that out there, I'm telling you. But if you have a burning desire to get with this money shit, you're going to have to learn a different language and apply a different part of your goddamn brain. It's just the truth. It's just the truth, okay? Which again, something that we do or about to do that I'm bringing out this year. I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen on that, which is this puppy right here, okay? The Corpus Colossum. So let me show y'all something real fast in the Bible, man. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a piece of what we did in our 6 days of creation. You had to be in the Family Wealth Club to get that shit. All right, so I'm just gonna show you something real fast. All right, that's day 1. All right, so this is day 2, literally in the Bible. Then God said, let there be a horizon in the middle of the water in order to separate the water. So God made the horizon and separated the water above and below the horizon. And so it was. God named what was above the horizon sky. There was evening, then morning, a second day. They're not talking about the literal sky in physical waters. What they're talking about is ideas and physical manifestation of ideas. But in this particular day, they're specifically encoding the thought process as it goes through the brain. So I have underlined a passage from the Bible, horizon in the middle. It's going to be very important. So note that in the word for horizon, okay, is this Hebrew word right here, all right? which could be pronounced Raki or Ricky, like Ricky Lake, right? Lower heaven. And then I got the arrow point to something that says flat ground, but flat. Keep an eye on that. That's going to be very important. And then you have these words in Hebrew that are common, such as to move, restrain elements, cease movement, to thin out, mix particles, or separate particles, okay? Now, let's go to the previous page on page. You see the page 250. We're going to go to page, oh, you can't see the page on this one, but it's page 249. The same common words, mix particles, separate particles, but now it says temple, side of the head. Interesting. This whole temple in Golgotha, Jesus being buried at the place of the skull. So anytime you see the word goddamn temple, that shit's in your head. Remember, put the pistol to his temple when you in the streets, right? So the temple ain't the goddamn church. It ain't the physical building. It's talking about your skull, you, right? So now you got something that's the side of the head. And remember, I told you something that was flat, okay? So let me bring your attention to some things here. I know that there's something in the brain that connects the sides of the brain called the corpus callosum. It's a wide, thick nerve tract consisting of a what? Flat. Did it not say flat with the arrow? Flat bundle, okay, what they call commissure fibers beneath the cerebral cortex in the brain. All right, you'll find this in placenta mammals. It spans the longitudinal fissure. This is going to be very important, connecting the left and right cerebral hemispheres, enabling communication between them. So it's a flat connecting bridge from the side of the brains that get connected. But mind you, it spans part of the longitudinal fissure. So what is the longitudinal fissure? On the right side, ladies and gentlemen, with that red line. Also, now let's read that, and it separates the left and right hemisphere of the brain, the pictorial imaginal side right, the analytical data side left. Yeah, you open up your skull, you're going to see a longitudinal fissure as if these things are literally separate. So now let's look at the scripture. Then God said, lift the horizon in the middle of the water. Do your brain not sit in cerebral fluids? In order to separate the water. Whoa, let there be a horizon in the middle of the water in order to separate the water? Come on, man. So God made the horizon, separated the water above and below the horizon, and it was so. And then we named it what? The second day. Synonymous for the two hemispheres. Above the horizon, we know, because we know what's below it. It's the connecting fiber that's beneath it. Okay? So I'm not going to get into how we rewrote this, because this is something that you absolutely get. This is inner chamber talk. You got to be in the inside to get that one. All right? But I'm giving you what I believe absolutely is the best thing that I can give you if you never came in, if I never seen your face again on earth, right? Like, do what I said do. Trust me. All right? Do it. And so we got something that we getting into, complete brain activation as it pertains to manifestation. Again, that's what we love to thrive ourselves off of, me and the Prime Minister, knowing how we made, knowing how the cosmos worked, and then putting that shit into motion, putting it into application is the key. Putting it into full body application. Okay? All right. Let me go here real fast. All right. Okay. And so get on it, man. Get on it. And guess what? I'm gonna tell you straight up. You can just say it and just be on your shit. And I don't need the $37, man. I don't. I'm just doing it for my time because I'm fucking with my keyboard and my sounds and looping it for you. So it's for those who want to have some sound frequency behind these shit to give it that amplification. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, I'm going to tell you, man, I'm going to tell you what you're going to have to do. And we got some shit coming, boy. Ooh, wait till we do Iron Man. So you got to go to the red light. All right? Like, see, are you willing to go to the extreme of sitting your ass in the dark or going to sitting under a certain light frequency and meditating upon your damn goal and being consistent upon it? Like, how far are you really, really, really willing to go? You understand what I'm saying? I'll let you do the science on looking at how plants grow under different light colors. Okay? See, Jew got something called the blue light. I got the red light. You understand? That's how serious we take this thing. And hence, the results has always been nothing short of phenomenal. You know what I mean? And get to all that. All right? But yeah, sit in the dark. Sometimes it's just dark. We try to show y'all the whole science of iron and Iron Man. Gonna be bananas, okay? So this one here, since it's on the more of a spiritual thing, it's on myastrologycoach.com. If you hit the shop tab, y'all, it is absolutely on power products, okay? It's right there, all right? But remember, you got to have a app on your phone. Everybody got one, a voice recorder. You know what I mean? Make sure there ain't no noise behind you. Be as clear as possible. Make sure you ain't doing it while you're driving because I can hear the little wind background and whatnot. But you're more than welcome to give me a call. It's my number, you know, one of them that rings my phone. My number is right there so we can get together and I can hear it in a sense. You can text me or whatever the case may be, send it over to me. And, you know, we get it in. You know what I'm saying? Filling that very basis. I mean, that's the most simplest shit in the world, man. To be able to, you know, to be able to see yourself, man, to be able to see your goal. Man, shit. Man, why wouldn't I say it every day? And that's where I was going with it. So I don't really want to regress. But where I was going with it for sure, like if you quit, you understand what I'm saying? Like, think about this shit, right? Like me, I'm just going to talk about myself, right? I'm like, yeah, nigga, I want to be a successful real estate investor. Man, what that shit look like, man, as far as that shit can possibly take me. I want in on apartment complexes, the whole woo-wop, you know what I'm saying? Commercial spaces for businesses, especially for business development, because I got an idea of what core businesses can go together if we get 2, 3, 4, 5 storefronts in a row. That's basically mall development in a sense that comes back to the urban area to revitalize these urban areas. You know what I'm saying? What combinations of businesses go? So now I don't want to necessarily lease, you know what I'm saying, as far as the customer. I want to own the goddamn building and lease out the goddamn shit to people. You know what I'm saying? And they work it. So anyway, if that's my goal and my desire, man, why ain't I listening to my own voice? Like what? Like seriously, think about that shit though. What's stopping me from listening to my own voice, trying to bring it to me? If you got something that's blocking you, I'm not your guy. Go to Minister Jew. He likes helping people with mental problems. I'm off that train. Okay? I help people in the realm of understanding spiritual science, the future, that kind of shit. But like you stuck and you moping, don't even come around these parts. I'm gonna be a buck with you. I'm not there. I'm somewhere else, having the time of my life, and I want to feed that back to people. You understand what I'm saying? I picked up rent checks today. Today, I went to go get the rent checks. They've been ready since the 5th, but I went to go pick them up today because it's the first weekend from the 5th. I'm in a different mode now. You know what I mean? I'm picking up bread on a monthly basis and creating more opportunity, and then shooting my people out a communication like, yo, we partners on this. I got you. What you want to do? You know, and it's, yeah, let's go. You know, you understand what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. Okay. And so I had a question from Ruby. I want to answer it, even though I don't think she's here today, but I did give her a text. Hold on one second here. How can I finesse my chart using quantum techniques? The actual chart from the God view. Okay. So she asked a question about the finessing her chart using quantum techniques from the God view. This is so funny because last night I had a retrograde moment. For some reason, Bobby Hemmett popped up on my timeline and shit. I ain't watched Bobby in a minute. And he was talking about the zodiac and was talking about the circle inside of the circle, inside of the zodiac wheel. So I don't want to let that be an abstract thing to you. So let me share my screen for you real fast. So I can try to find that somewhere. Let me see. Let's type in the zodiac circle. Okay. All right. This is perfect. Right. So that dot that's in the middle. Okay. Bobby's rendition was, you know, become that dot that's in the middle and understand that these 12 signs are in you. And, you know, and I can dig that. He was actually coming from a place of, you know, today I'm Sagittarius, but tomorrow I'm such and such. And that's true because, again, when you deal with the celestial science, you have to bring it back to yourself, and you got to go to medical astrology and understand that all of these 12 bodily systems are in you anyways, okay? Now, me personally, the God view vision, the God view vision of the world to me, you know, of it, you know, is you got the Earth view. That's one viewpoint, right? You just see you're on Earth and it look like the moon is rising and all of that stuff. That's one view, right? And I know it may be hard to kind of visualize yourself the center of the circle, but the true God vision to me is I like using 3D solar system, which is by Solar System Scope, which is pretty cool, right? Start this online model real fast. Because when you get out in this solar system, man, this is God's view. This is the shit, okay? This is because now you're looking at your entire place where you at. Like you somewhere on Earth, technically. But when you way back out here, man, in the vastness of what we call space, man, now you get to look at the whole goddamn solar system that we are part of as if you are God, right? You're God from this particular point. But how does that equate to practicality? You just got to understand the viewpoint from this vantage. But when you ask the question, how do you finesse your chart, though? Let me look at tell you this. This is very, very, very important. Very important. Because I'm going to tell you something. Even the master himself, Mr. Yogananda, thought he was on shit. And he said, it's in a chapter in autobiography of Rumi called Outwit the Stars. And people sort of had to tell him, said, I don't care what you believe. No, that's that I believe that it's the same part of God that you that's the right. Okay. See, how can you escape that which you are a part of
and has a corresponding part to your goddamn body. What you're really trying to say is, how do I get the best benefit? Because, see, air shows you the name of the game. It comes in and it's good for you. And then once you have its use as carbon dioxide, you got to hurry up and spit that shit out. Hold your breath for a minute, see how long you can go. And no matter how long you can go, I bet your ass about to have to gas for air. It just became poison to you. But you need it. The point is, it's a part of the system. So what you're trying to do is, the question is, how do we negate the negative aspects at those particular times that it is more than likely to occur? That's the real question. You ready for the answer? This goddamn money continue. You know why? I'm not trying to sell you shit. I'm telling you what it is. When you study successful, happy people, they don't have the accidents that the common person may have. Okay? So when's the last time you heard of Jay-Z being in an accident when he had a rough Mars transit like everybody else is having? And neither do I. And like it's the key to this shit is what you are really thinking, and that energy coming out, fuck what you're talking about and what you're saying, how you feel is a reflection of what you think. That energy that's coming out, that's electromagnetic, okay? For sure. And then you have negative radiation that's coming through, and that shit finds a match. It finds its match, and then that shit takes root inside of you, in your field, okay? That's how that works, all right? So happiness, all right? Happiness is the key to this thing. So, Mike, you said I'm choppy. Hold on, let me go check on. Let me go check where my people at over here. We good? All right, I think we good. Y'all good? Y'all can hear me? All right. All right. Is there a difference between the Family Wealth Club and Jew Minister Jew, or is it the same? That's a good question. Hold on, I'm gonna answer that. Give me 1 second. We straight? Y'all straight? Y'all can hear me? I'm good now? Okay, all right. So, but yeah, so the key to it is, to finesse it is to be happy, to do what thy wilt, and let love be the law of the land, to literally be in your pursuit of happiness. Cause I'm happy. That shit just produces more and more and more. I keep telling you, the perfect example of what gratitude and success looks like is DJ Khaled. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because he is the one that publicly gives praises, with the gratitude side. Oh, look, God signed the Bible. Like, he gives the gratitude. Everybody else you see, Khaled makes it a point to take time out. Wait, thankfulness, gratitude, success. Okay? So when you look at it, it's like, okay, that's telling you, that's how you build bubble. Right? Because it's just energy. Energy is either on this side of the spectrum, or you on that side of the spectrum, or you in the middle. When you in the middle, that means you got some shit on your mind and you're feeling a little down about some shit, and then you also feeling okay about some good shit. So you just average and you just no. See, that's what the continuum is. The continuum is all about being forever on infinite on your shit. Forever. This is what, man, what Ross say? Rich forever. That's a serious shit to say. Rich forever? Let me tell you something, man. And that man believe that shit. He do that shit every lifetime he come back on the incarnation shit. He would just keep on evolving from that particular point of rich forever. how you get that. Okay. Now, somebody asked a question about. Let me go back to it. Is there a difference in joining the Family Wealth Club and Ministry Group, or are they the same? No, they're different. So the Minister Jew and Quantum Imaging is definitely more for the mental aspirant and saying, hey, let me learn about the brain. Let me also do various different techniques for a month straight. If you're diligent, you should be doing them for at least 30 days before you move on to the next technique as it pertains to the goal. So one day it may be the wishing well, or you may get something that's dealing with negative energy, right? So it's a constant progression of the best conversation that you absolutely gonna get. It's what I call the right brain of the spectrum. Now, I'm more left brain of the spectrum with some right brain that's coming into it, because I put all of this down and went, hey, let me go learn how to do deals. Okay, let me bring that back to the people. So on the Wealth Club side, it's literally opportunity. Literally, like, hey, here's a deal. I got a fourplex. You want it? I don't have to do it. Do you want it? Okay, let's do it together. You want to do it together since you can't buy it by yourself? You want in on it? Okay, let's partner up and let's do that. One, that's what I pride myself into. Now, here's the opportunity to do something and grow your money, right? So it's wealth orientated, closing your books out, learning how to analyze deals, a stock club that comes up on the third weekend of the month so you can see what's hot, what's out there, start growing your portfolio, start doing real techniques like, oh, okay, fat boy, you about to go spend $40 when you get out. Don't do that. Instead of doing that, just wait till you get home. But since you know you was about to do it, I call it stop and buy stock. Stop, open up your app, and since you was about to drop a 40 piece, I'm about to spend $40 on Aurora Cannabis and up my shares. So it's called stop and buy stock. Stop yourself in the middle of making these bad financial habits and double down and just put it somewhere else that's going to help you grow in the future. You see what I'm saying? There's workbooks that come inside of that start dealing with, again, deal analysis, the 25 homophones for love and money. I should show y'all that right now. And then also from the Stock Club, we do a main webinar every month. Like, so this month we may have Nick come on, and she's going to talk about, she literally is accountant and do bookkeeping for, companies and turning companies around financially. I'll show you how to work the spreadsheet and really just get organized and work your particular numbers. Now, when I say a little bit of the right brain comes in, because now I'm giving you the 333. They got the 6 days of creation, and then they're about to get they're gonna get corpus callosum, whole brain activation as a deal with visualization. One more. I'm only gonna deal with 3 things. I'm not about to go create all this shit. I'm telling you right now, because it ain't. I'm telling you, this shit is simple. That's why the continuum is like, yo, get in your fucking zone, and the core of this shit is about belief. If you got the vision and you believe in it, the only thing you got to do is just keep on following, taking the steps. And then by your positive energy and belief and shit, you're going to naturally draw people to you. I promise you, it's going to happen. It's going to unfold. This is why with the continuum, this is going to be enough to show your ass that your thoughts is real, and then these people pop up. Now, what you do with it is your business. Now, if you don't press play tomorrow and the next day and the next day and you don't take advantage of it, that ain't on me. But it's going, you do it enough, you're going to start to see some shit pop up, okay? And I'm going to tell you, man, and I hope it's none of you that's here, I know people who got into real estate deals trying to learn wholesale, and it took them 2 years to get a deal. 2. But now they off and running. So it's sort of like, certain people got certain resistance for a reason, all right? I don't want to get into the reason of the resistance, but know if you push through it, you're destined to be great. And whether it's 2 years to get a deal or, it can just take a minute in a sense for some people, you know what I mean? Being told no 100 times, like Walt Disney, 100 things like, this sucks. This is a horrible idea. Disneyland and Disney World, get out of here. I like this, man. That's horrible. What a horrible idea. Beat it, Walt. Now look, you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes Certain people got to go through a certain level of resistance so they can break. Understand what I'm saying? And so you got to stay the path. I hope it's none of you and whatnot. I was fortunate enough to hit it in my first month, my very first month that I've ever tried it. You know, I did 15,000. I think Max Maxwell, who I definitely started with on wholesale tip, his first deal was like 13 or 14. I was like, shit, damn, I outdid Max on my first deal. And then, you know, I'm just watching the progression and actually using something to compare myself with just to do my own measurement. I ain't trying to beat him and I ain't trying to outbeat him. I'm just watching my measurement and stuff. Like I got a young mentor that raised millions of dollars in private funds. And he ain't never did a sub 2 deal. I asked him for the subject to contract and he ain't even have it. But, you know, I've done that. He had never done owner finance before because he got private money. He buys shit. I've done that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, my path is a little bit different. Again, same person who also said, when I bought the house for 65, like, I don't need to pay too much. I want to pay for it. But then I ended up making damn near 15,000 off of it, 14,000 off of it. Nigga, you would stop me from getting $3,000 a month if I would have listened to you, if I would have went to you first. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyway, they're different to answer that. So it's more, the left side is real life deal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? This is where I say the rubber meets the road in the sense of put your money in. Like that's how I am. Like put your money in. Like I put mine up. I put mine up and behind people that's in here too. You know what I'm saying? Like people know. You know, I don't know. I put some money behind some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So it's more of the family network. It just ain't a fancy name. That shit's for real. Like, okay, what's the deal opportunity for me and my family? Did you create you a family press? Because you're supposed to. You should go to Fiverr and create you a family press. Even if you ain't in a wealthy, you should. Why don't your family have some type of meeting where somebody can go and look it up? You should have a family press, right? You should have that. You should have a family mission statement. You know what I'm saying? What's the goal here? You know what I mean? Like we have that, literally. You know what I mean? So create that within yourself, laying those foundations down and things of that nature, and doing physical deals and then incorporate vision with that and then we off. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be a few techniques we deal with. That's a few. We got in the bag, maybe 6 tops, you know what I'm saying? But they all gonna be a variation of just dealing with the goal and then find your favorite one that you like to stick to. But the money continue on my telling you, man, just keep this shit on repeat, you good. They ain't just repeat it hearing it, repeat it saying that shit, feel that shit. I understand where I'm on that shit. Just playing all night. You know what I mean? Like I believe it. Like I ain't trying to trick myself. That's the thing. I'm not trying to trick myself. I know that this shit is real. I got too many paychecks to show me that it's real and it works. So now I'm on my way. All right? All right. Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good. Choppy. I don't know. Ain't no telling. All right. So all right. Y'all still hear me? Well, I got my mic. I got my mic. Yeah, let me know. You two, y'all good? Y'all can hear me? Policy said my sound's certainly not. It's crazy, man. Crazy. All right. Let me see something. Man. Oh yeah, I hear myself. I'm good. You hear me? Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, K Money. Appreciate it. All right. And so yeah, man. But that's pretty much it, man. Stay. I'm gonna hit y'all again with the. It's a 3-step drop, man. It's a 3-step drop. Belief, clarity of the goal, reinforce the goal with action. Okay. Belief. Really? All right. Hold on. I'm gonna call back in. Give me a second. Let's see something.
see something. All right. All right. Can you hear me now? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me now. I'm cool. You got me? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Ain't no telling what's happening. Man, I don't even know where that even went choppy at. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're welcome. But you know, in a nutshell, y'all, this whole thing is a 3-step drop. You know, belief, and clarity on that goal, what that is, filling that blank, and the reinforcement of that particular goal. And that's through your constant, you know, self-talk, and then hearing the sound and hearing yourself playing it back. And, you know, and reinforcement means walking towards it too. You know what I mean? Very important, y'all. Hit that link that I sent y'all with Oprah. You just can't let it go. You have to let go and pretty much follow it like a kite. Your goal is a kite, you know what I mean? And that's a technique in a sense. It's a kite, and when the wind blows you to the goal, you're walking towards it with it as well, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's just a 3-step drop and whatnot. And I hope I was able to answer your question too with the difference between the two, but now that you can hear me again, the Wealth Club is heavily deal orientated, and it's just real life. Family crest created, family mission statements created. It's just not a fancy name. I'm striving for every year we're gonna have a annual family wealth day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll come together. So you gotta remember, we've been hosting trips since what? The spring equinox of 2011. That's on mountains and, you know, Indian mounds, native mounds, and things of that nature, more of a spiritual nature. Now let's marry that with the physical component of increasing our finances. You understand what I'm saying? With the spiritual component. So we should be having meetings where we're, you know, talking about putting our money together and doing certain things with each other and looking for deal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And so the Wealth Club in of itself more or less specializes in deal flow opportunity, along with certain visualization techniques to help deal with the financial well-being and whatnot. Like, see, for me, if it's negative energy, I got something, you got to request it, but I'm not focusing on healing. I'm not focusing on really negative energy. I'm only really concerned about the overall happiness and success. And I'll be clear, because there are a couple different pillars of success. And I'll show you. I'll show y'all real fast. Let me share my screen real fast and just show you. All right. Let me go here. Where is that? I gotta go. I'll show you. All right. So this one is an older version. But, you know, you come in, it's, you know, this is the crest for the club. And for me, the reason I chose it, because the owl represents wisdom, but the owl also represents what we would call intuitiveness and how to make thought affect matter. That's all magic is. Magic is concentrative thought affecting matter. Okay. And purple because of the royalty and of its highest frequency in the visible light spectrum. The heart because it's love. The key is because love is the key. Finances is a thing. And the one thing that we can leave back for people is absolutely land, real estate in a sense. And that's why I put the house there. We go on. Creating a family mission statement is just very important. I gave an example of what ours is. I'm not going to go into it right here. A family crest. This is one that, you know, this is what one looks like on the left side, on the right side as well as ours. And our motto is partnership, success, and wealth. So if we were to really zoom in on these banners right here, partnership, success, and wealth is really our family model, because we understand that, you know, without partnership, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You can't do it by yourself, and that is success. And then you repeat that process, and ultimately it will get you to become wealthy. But this is what I wanted to really show you is like there's five, when I say five pillars of wealth. And I'm really, really, really concerned with financial wealth. I'm not gonna lie to you, that like that's what it's about. Because for me, you know, it was all spiritual and intellectual and social, like the hippies and community, which is good. But you know, you got to pay for the internet to get the intellectual knowledge. You got to pay for the books to get the intellectual knowledge. Even when you're social, you got to pay for the meeting space. You got to pay for the house. You got to pay for the farm. You got to pay for the material. You just got to pay for all of these things and whatnot. Your physical well-being, it needs money. It needs food and things to sustain it. So you always just going to find that financial piece. And the spiritual piece, usually the spiritual piece too is still, whether you go into a building or whether, you know, it's still some money that's there. Because last I checked, they got a collection plate, right? Because if they got a physical building, it's going to need some finances. So I'm heavily focused on finances, but there are different aspects of wealth that, you know, may not be in your makeup, and that's fine. It may not be in your makeup to become a millionaire. You know what I mean? It's not your thing. You're more of a social butterfly. And that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? And so, you know, we come in and we just, you know, we talk about various things. Like I said, here's the millionaire pledge. You know what I mean? And it's just for you, you know, from this day forth, will you ever pledge your allegiance to becoming a multimillionaire and improving yourself, you know, empowering yourself rather, with your financial freedom? Will you agree you won't procrastinate and go 10 times as hard to increase your income and multiple streams? And will you repeat the process until you become a multimillionaire? So help me God, like swear in. So everybody want to be on their Joe Biden shit, but, you know, or Donald Trump shit, like use the inauguration to come back, because we've done this. We use the inaugurations where we use that timeline of everybody watching, and we will create our own presidential thing of our life. You feel what I'm saying? And then we'll be swearing in, you know, taking our oath to the family for our own individual family at that same time. And that's what you have to do. You have to mimic success, but most importantly, you have to learn how to capture energy, right? So see, this is the difference between me and you, right? Like, you would hear people talking about the Super Bowl is a ritual and they're sucking your energy. Then I'm like, well, shit, how can we use an event and suck the energy so we can be great, right? Then you hear, oh, it's predictive programming, everybody. Then I'm like, well, shit, if the Simpsons simply just put an image of some shit in front of people, how can we write a program by taking image and blast it out through YouTube, emails, and things of that nature and see if it'll take effect? Like, stop telling me what they're doing, because I'm just going to use what you say their offense is, and I'm going to rewrite the script, and now we're playing offense. That's where me and you gets busy at right there when you listen to the core differences of other people talk about things. So we have to learn how to use these, what I call these cosmic portals for sure, New Year's and things of that nature, to do our thing for our own greater good and just keep on doing it. All right. All right, man. So anybody got anything in the chat? You with me? Ruby, there you go, Ruby. Oh man, did y'all see Ruby? They ain't see it, Ruby. Look, Ruby, I named this after you right here. This is called Ruby Red because it's a red frequency that I'm building on. So that's my partner, Ruby, in the chat, man. Because that's going to become very important to growing and flowering. All right. Are you and you getting back on Brother Rich show? If the invite come, you know what I mean? We don't. If people call us, man. We don't really go promoting it. Hey, can we be on your show? That's to nobody. You know what I'm saying? We just busy doing our thing. So anybody call, man. We always been open to share the message. We ain't never like, no, we're not sharing information on your channel. You know what I mean? We ain't never been like that. You know. Yeah, trade in the financial markets is absolutely great. That's why my man B be coming on with the stock club joint, and he comes in on the third Saturday. So our itinerary is the second Saturday of the month. I do the Millionaire Math deal analysis. There's a new workbook that's for that. I can give you some insight into that real fast. Let me see if I can find that. Do I got that? What is that? Deal analysis. Let me see. Noble Deal Analyzer workbook. All right, so let me share my screen with you one more time here. All right. So, ain't it? Where's it at? Oh, okay. All right. So here is the new Millionaire Math Deal Analyzer workbook from the Family Wealth Club. We do this on the second Saturday of the month at 12 noon. It's an introduction, but you know, it's understanding these concepts. So big shout out to my homegirl Katrina, man. I love you, Katrina. Because everything is just in divine timing. Like she, you know, she came back around, you know. Because some of you would come and then you may go out into the world, and then, you know, I'll still be here. I'll be doing what I do and making progress, and then you come back and then like, oh shit, we clicking. I'm fucking with that too. So anyway, you know, we show people how to deal with this. So I just bring her up because it was funny because I'm teaching her behind the scenes how to analyze this kind of stuff. You know, NOI before ROI, you know what I'm saying? Which means net operating income comes before your return on investment. But most importantly, see, like things like this, I made it a workbook, and shout out to Anya, shout out to Jen. Those two were on me like, no, I think you got to go more pictorial. I think you may be going over people's head. So in this particular case, you know, say we paid $80,000 for a house, all cash purchase. We get $1,000 a month in rent, minus insurance, minus taxes. We get $800 in net profit. Well, 800 times 12, because when you're doing big boy deals, you're doing by the yearly and not by the monthly. That's $9,600 is our net operating income. So net operating income sounds exactly what it is, right? It's income after expenses, hence the word net. But say we pay $80,000 cash for it. We take that $9,600 that we make for the year, we divide it by that $80,000, and it equals 0.12, which is, this is money, so it's 12 cents, which is 12%. Again, you can take that decimal times about 100 and you're going to get 12. So this is a 12% ROI. This is a great freaking deal. You do this deal all day long, right? Those are really the numbers. So then it's your turn. So now say you pay $70,000 and you go through it and then you got to fill in the blank. And, you know, it's like that. You know what I mean? I show you the steps on certain things. And then I'll make sure that it's like, let me see, what's this one here? Your turn. How much will it be this year? How much will it be per month? All right. And I'm asking you things and whatnot. So it's a workbook that's designed to be interactive. And here go real deals. These were real deals on the market, y'all. Like for real. These were Powell Avenue Apartments in Memphis. They're advertising 1.2 million for them, 1.25 at a 7.5 cap, and it's 11 units. And you got to know what that means. Somebody tell you, I got the fourplex. I'm telling people it's an 11 cap. Well, what does that mean? It just simply means that if you got $1 million cash, you're going to make 7% a year. And so in essence, if I take $1 million, the asking price times the cap rate, that equals money, which is the NOI. So therefore, you know, this is what I'm bringing every year and whatnot. All right, so the formula is really simple. It's purchase price times cap rate equals net operating income. So anyway, you know, it gets very interactive. And now, look, you got to do it. Now you fill it in. I just showed you what it was. Now you do it for yourself. This is working that math money muscle. This is working the left side of your brain now. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, become whole brain activated, because you know, what good is it to be spiritual in a sense if you know, your people may be hurting, man. I'm going to show y'all this one book that was very important for my development. And it still is. It really rings true now, right? I'm telling you, Amazon, I have it, right? We used to sell this book. It's called Why Our Children Hate Us, all right? Ooh, they ain't got no more of these? That's gone? Get out of here. It was independent, though. Let me see if I can find it. Why Our Children Hate Us. And that was like by Butch what was his name? Butch Slaughter and Grind. But here it is right here though. This let me see. Will it pop up right here? Yeah, that's it. All right. I'm telling you, man, this is serious. It's easy to read, but how black adults betray black children. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And let me look at you when I share this with you, man. You know, this is some serious shit. Because the premise of that book is the parents be on some, oh, pull your pants up, say yes and no, and be proper when you go to the interview and finish high school. And, you know, good and goddamn well, everybody around us didn't finish high school in the house and shit, or did finish high school. It ain't shit changed. We still in motherfucking North Philly. You know, excuse my French, but, you know, shit's fucked up. So how is high school going to change my dynamic? You lying to me. You fronting to me. And you ain't got the balls enough to confront the system as a parent. You betraying me is what you doing. You selling me short to a broken ass system, man. And I listen, man, I gotta admit it. When we talk about school up in here, man, I'll be like, yo, call them my fucking time. I don't care. The truancy, man, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm like this close, let the chips fall where they may, man. Catch me if you can, man, whatever. Like I'm tired of playing with y'all because the system is just outdated. You know what I mean? But you know, anyway, you know, back to the left brain, dealing with this money piece, this financial piece, you know what I'm saying? What good is it to be spiritual when you have other people that solely spiritual, when you have other people that's relying on you and we selling them short and not even giving them the financial IQ, man? Do you know that you can have 10 mortgages in your name? I'm negotiating with a homeowner right now on another sub-2 deal, and she's like, okay, well, will this mess up me getting a mortgage? No, it won't. I'm going to take over your mortgage. And long as your debt-to-income ratio is fine, you can go get up to 10 mortgages in your name. And guess what? These 10 mortgages can be a single-family home, a duplex, a triplex, or a quad. Because the same mortgage covers the same thing. Those are called residential. The moment it turns into 5+, it's now commercial. You can have 10 mortgages in your name as long as your debt-to-income ratio can support it. Okay? So now that means 10 mortgages. That's 10 single-family homes. Maximum, that is going to be, 40 doors, because you may have 10 fourplexes. So from the minimum, that's 10, to the maximum, that's 40. So as an individual, you can have 10 to 40, and then your partner can also have 10 to 40. Collectively, minimum, that's 20 to 80 doors that you can have. Who's teaching us that? Who's teaching us to say, hey, put your children on, build their credit and let them be an authorized user on your account? Don't give them no credit card. Just let your history export, or let them import your history on their file, on their social security number, so they can start having some credit. But they don't have no credit card. You keep the credit card. You don't even give them one. You know what I'm saying? But you can, if you want to, start teaching them some responsibility and start building their credit. Who's doing that? Because you can be an authorized user. Anybody that got good fucking credit right now, if they cool enough with you, you can be like, yo, man, I'll pay you, or whatever the case may be. Allow me to be an authorized user so I can import some of your history, please, to get my shit together. I don't want no credit card, bro. I'm just paying you, just allow your history to show up on my credit. You feel me? So there's no reason to be suffering no more. You see what I'm saying? And so, but are we giving these kind of tools to the children? Because if we saying, like, you know, go to school, get a good education and shit, we faking. And then these kids start resenting us and they secretly hate us. You know what I'm saying? And to me, the Wealth Club is about reversing that. We ain't about that. We got to fix that. You know what I'm saying? All right. So enough of me on my soapbox. All right. So y'all good? Let me go back to YouTube, man. Y'all straight? I'm gonna go do what fat dudes do. I'm gonna go eat. All right, man. So I'm gonna give it to y'all one more time, man. All right. One, of course, you're more than welcome to join me in the prosperityinvestmentgroup.com on the Family Wealth Club. But for sure, it's right here. It's on myastrologycoach.com. Well, you can't see it because I'm not sharing my screen, but myastrologycoach.com. Go to shop. You will see it under Power Products. It is the 333 Subconscious Money Continuum. Read the instructions, please. My phone number is there for you to call me. I'll take the call. That's what I do. If not, I'm busy. I'll get right back to you, I promise, and whatnot. But take that journey, fill in the blank for yourself, man. But let's get on it. Let's be great. 2021 is going to be amazing. If we did this in 2020, 2021 is just got to be amazing. Do I consider boats an asset? I'm not educated enough about it, so I don't know. You know what I mean? And that's one thing too, man. Being able to admit if you know some shit too, right? I just don't know about boats, so I can't say, Ruby. All right. So yeah, man. If y'all need me, man, feel free, get at me, man. I appreciate y'all. Follow those 3-step process, man. I wish you nothing but the best. And again, I'm telling you, I'm terming this. This is the only thing you need. I'm gonna stand on that. If you submit to it and like I'm zoning out, and that's all I'm doing, I'm dumbing out, I'm going crazy, I'm gonna be like the food on the tarot card, I'm going to the edge with this thing, I'm playing it all day and day until I get it. Like, that's how you know you doubt it. Like, people who, especially athletes, they have to practice. They have to keep on going through the simulation of the real thing before the real thing. Like, where do we practice at? This is the practice. You got to be about it, man. All right? So with that, man, I'll see you. Peace.